That was a huge problem for them for huge stretches last year.
They also gave up the most yards after catch to receivers,
Yeah.
which is not great, which may not be solved. That's also an unsolved mystery.
Yeah,
It is.
It really is.
It really is. How come my head's so big and your guys' heads look small? Look at the size of my fucking head. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
like, look at it, Rob. Like, look at yours head. Like, I'm here and I'm backing up, and it's still like.
Yeah, but I've been skinny like my whole life. I've never weighed more than like 180 pounds. So
fair enough. Pat, your head's pretty proportionate for your body. I think I have a big melon. That's all.
Well, you've lost weight too, Cam, but most of it's come from
now
your
my head
body.
Looks bigger.
And right, you just have a giant head. Yeah.
Yeah, you're very you're on top of things, Rob. I agree. Bengals over too. We're in.
Nice.
I agree with Pizzola.
At Mayo Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience presented by Underdog, continuing the series on NFL division previews. If you missed any of the first four, hit the show notes. They're all down there with links too to make it easy on yourself. Today, the AFC North best bets. Rob Pizzola and Cam Stewart are joining me, but as a change, Rob Pizzola is in studio with me.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't know what to expect. It's my first time in studio here, and obviously you see it on the YouTube videos and stuff like that. It's pretty wicked setup around here. I mean, like, I don't know why I expected anything less, but it's sick.
Bigger or smaller than you thought?
Honestly, bigger. I had seen your previous studio,
yes,
right next to the Score Studios.
The one in the basement.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, that was the best. That studio was actually really nice, Pat. But God, man, like, know what I love about you, Mayo? Like, you do everything well, but your coffee maker fucking sucked. That thing was like literally like a bum wouldn't drink out of that thing. It was awful. Like 30-year-old Mr. Coffee for like $8.99. That shit was your coffee was sludge, but the building was nice.
Hey, listen, that was not my fault. Though that was Paul Shaughnessy's coffee maker because I just walked across the street to Starbucks to buy coffee every day.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying Starbucks. You're right. Shag's a dirtbag, but I love that guy. Fantastic.
Not everyone, Cam, had the luxury of the Muldoon's coffee that we had over at the Score across the street, where they would come and service the machine that broke every 2 days, basically.
Oh, yeah. Why buy a new
I did
one?
take a couple cups from those guys.
Yeah, you also accused me of stealing a cup from there, I believe.
I did.
Last year when I had a Muldoon's coffee cup on the show, yes.
Yeah, sometimes they give cups away. I shouldn't have been such a dick.
Yes.
Cam, you ready to talk about the AFC North?
I'm ready to talk about home repair. I don't know about the AFC North. I can tell you one thing. People out there, if you got people coming in to do work, this is what you do. They want coffee, you give them coffee. They want water, you give them water. Hell, I had Sapporos and steam whistles in the fridge. I crushed it. This Jamaican guy goes out the back and goes, man, those are nice weed plants. I go, 4? Only 4 are allowed in Ontario. I go, I'll give you some later. That's what my foreman did. He planted bushes in my backyard, gave them food. And Pat, when you act like a regular person instead of a jackass, the work gets done better. My laminate and flooring, spectacular Italian style.
I'm glad to hear it's going well.
Yes, it's not well. It's just shit's getting done and it looks okay. That's all.
Yeah. It's a really, really valid point that Cam brings up, though. Like, if you can have people doing labor at your house, the least you do is have like a cooler of beer ready or some beers in the fridge or something to offer the guys that are there.
Water available is always nice.
Well, of course, water is a prerequisite.
Water's number one.
You say prerequisite. That's not the case. Cam just went through that, didn't he?
Yeah, no, but like I did some work in a guy's basement because I was desperate. The guy was a slob, okay? The guy's got women garments coming out, sink still running. I'm like, God, this guy. I thought I was a mess. This guy's a disaster. Like, I wouldn't even have gone in his house if it wasn't for cash money. And we cleaned up his basement with shovels, basically a Zamboni, taking every shitty thing that he had there, putting it in the middle and bagging it up. Me and my buddy, Cuff. Anyway, at the end, so we go up to Parmjeet and go, hey, pal, like, it's the hottest day of the year, right? I see this guy on his cone, just laughing. Look at these turkeys, hottest day of the year, sweating their balls off in my basement. I'm like, you know what? That's bad etiquette, buddy. You're going to get bad luck after that because you know what? You need an officer of water on the hottest day of year in a hoarder's basement. That's disgusting. Rob, you know what? You be like an Italian. Good meats, good everything. They're doing work. They'll do it better. Don't be a dick.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if it's like my parents' demographic, my mother would like be serving sandwiches to the people.
That's what I did. That's my demographic. Anything that was there. Would you guys care for a sandwich? Would you like some, chips or pistachios? I don't give a shit. Whatever you want. This guy's crushing joints and he's doing a perfect job on the carpet. I'm like, yeah, keep going, man. Keep going. Problem was, Pat, when you're nice, they want to party afterwards. And I have people over every day. I'm like, dude, don't worry. I'll give you some of the plants when we harvest, but we'll party later.
We're going to party with the Ravens, the division favorites here. New coach for the first time since 2008. They've been good every single year. I think they're the only team of like the past 15 years to open with preseason odds inside the top 10 to win the Super Bowl every time. And it just has not worked out in the Lamar era to get there. Now, is that a Baltimore issue? Was it a Harbaugh issue? Or was it just they play in the same conference as the Chiefs and the Chiefs tend to go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, they were always just missing something, Baltimore. I don't know that it was a Harbaugh issue. Like Lamar, obviously, with his style of play, gets hurt a lot.
In the playoffs, Rob. Games they should
thing.
win. They just can't win big games. They lose to Buffalo. They lose to Kansas City when they were better. Lamar, in those big games, he makes mistakes. Let's just call it out for what it is.
There have been instances of that. It feels like Baltimore has ran as bad as you could towards the end of games, whether it be drops, missed field goals, whatever it is. They've somehow, and not to say that the Bills have been any better, but they've somehow turned into the same thing that the Bills do every single year, where they got it, then it's just gone.
Yeah, it's weird. Listen, some of these we're working on small sample sizes, so we can't say like some teams just eventually get over the hump. It happens in pro sports. You suck for a long time. You're a playoff choker until you're not, and then you eventually win. With that said, I don't know if it was a Harbaugh thing. I don't know if it was a Lamar thing. I don't know if it was a sum of all the parts, but it's completely different this year now. Like Jesse Minter is there. I don't love hiring defensive coaches as your head coach, but we saw the Seahawks do that and go and win a Super Bowl. So if
Rob.
Minter is the guy, then he's the guy. They're running a brand new offense for Lamar. They've tried that with Todd Monken, and that was supposed to be like the saving grace for them, and it didn't work out. I think like the range for Baltimore, we talk about this a lot. There's teams with like small ranges. I personally consider like the Eagles a team that has a small range.
Yeah,
I think
8 to 12 kind of thing.
their floor is super high. Baltimore could be anything this year. Like Baltimore could win 14 games. They could win 7. Neither of those would surprise me.
I guess they won 8 last year because they missed the last second field goal to Pittsburgh to miss the playoffs.
Right.
Is Pittsburgh one of the worst division winners in the AFC in a long time?
You got to think so. But like Pittsburgh they do this. I don't know. I mean, it's not Mike Tomlin anymore this year. It's Mike McCarthy.
Enjoy. I know you're from the area. Let's talk. We'll get into that later, Rob. I have a surprise for you in this division, just a little bit down the road. Maybe you think the worst team is not the worst team in this division, but I love what you said about the Ravens. Agreed.
Yeah,
100%.
And like if you look at the Ravens this year, I think they have a very easy early schedule in the season as well, where they could get off on out to a really good start with a new regime. And that might just like bolster things because typically when you change your head coach, the offense is changing. Tyler Linderbaum is gone, like their starting center, big loss for them. If you have a hard schedule out of the gate, it can spiral really quickly. But because they have an easier schedule, maybe they get off to a good start when they're like still learning things, and then they get a little bit of momentum from there. With that said, I'm like lukewarm on the Ravens. I don't know. Again,
and you know what, Rob? Lamar's getting older.
Yes, that's another thing.
One of those things.
He's 29. Let's not call him an
No,
old
but Pat,
quarterback.
it's not about it's older in his body frame. It's these quarterbacks that have that body frame. Eventually, over time, when you take hits, it's different with Josh Allen. The guy's a fucking thoroughbred. It's like a horse, or when you hit a deer with your car. Both of them are like, you know what I mean? You're both getting smoked.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something. Lamar Jackson has taken a lot of hits, and over time, you're not going to be as fast. And sometimes he skips in balls. Is he a great quarterback? Yes. Surrounding cast, a lot of his receivers drop balls too. We see Andrews drop balls. We've seen Flowers drop balls. That's a problem. But I just, you know what I mean? So with this team, it's just, I don't care with Minter coaching or whatever. They're flawed. How do I say this? They're an overrated football team, in my opinion. What's their win total? 11.5?
11?
I think it's a little
juiced very heavily to the under.
Yeah,
though.
so it's plus one. So if you go to coolbet.com right now, you're in Canada, outside of Ontario or Alberta now. You hit the description, you get yourself a bonus. You get the fastest payouts in the biz, and you can get, if you want to go over 11.5 wins for the Ravens, it's plus 115, minus 140 juice to the under. They're minus 125 to win the division. They're 12 to 1, the fourth favorites to win the Super Bowl. And I think a lot of that is priced in because of you don't think that there's a floor there, but I think that the public perceives that Baltimore has a floor.
Yeah, because they've been so consistent for such a long time. But when it's a completely new regime, it changes. And also, remember last year, the Ravens' defense was not good. And that has been a staple for them for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Not only did they have a good offense with Lamar, but you could count on their defense every single year. Now, Jesse Minter, defensive guy, probably shores that up a bit. Trey Hendrickson coming in, they at least have like an elite pass rusher as well.
Remember when they had Max Crosby?
For a very brief moment of time, they did, and that would have been lethal, like a lethal duo. But the defensive like floor is much lower than it has been in years past. They like the days of Ed Reed, ball hawking safety, or like those are long gone at this point. And you saw
they got
some
old
real
guys too, Rob.
100%.
You see their secondary, they're old.
Yep.
They're old. Like, you know what I mean? I know they got some new guys, but I look at the Ravens and you expect Rob's on point. His trip to Halifax is good for him. I know you guys are going golfing later. I don't know what the hell he's wearing there. It looks like something from the John Daly line, and I like it. I found some of those loudmouth shorts, and I'm selling. It's like literally like a print from a 92-year-old woman there serving you tea, like directly from England. Like his clothing line is fucked. But anyway, this division's tough too. Joe Burrow's back healthy, right? Pittsburgh, man, they're going to be Pittsburgh. Their defense is awesome, and Cleveland might surprise some people. So I just think it's very ambitious with this team. And Rob brought up a great point. They can be on a heater, but I don't think they're going to win 12 games.
I would have never pegged you, Cam, for Cleveland potentially being a surprise team. You tend to not like underdogs.
Oh, I'm with Cam. I think they're going to be
underdogs.
I think that they're going to be a super surprise team too, in the fact that they're going to be a lot worse than people think.
I think they're going to be better. I know, Pat, I'm going to make a prediction on your show right now. Okay. I think Cleveland has a better record than Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I don't. I do
not. No, nobody does.
Yeah.
Nobody does. But when AR gets hurt, take a look at the turkeys they got behind him.
All the turkeys they have behind Aaron Rodgers are no better than anyone Cleveland has.
Hey, settle down. Deshaun Watson might get a start. This guy's washed. Shedeur Sanders is working hard. Everything's going to be fine. Cleveland, I'm telling you, they're going to win some games. They're going to surprise people. But hey, I know I'm an idiot. I'm the stooge on the show, as we call my buddy Rob, the Stoley stooge, because he gets drunk and falls on his face in my house before he does some work. And then he's on the therapist couch and I'm telling him why his relationship sucks. But anyway, he hangs with her when she beats her down. That's his issue. Cleveland will be better than people think.
I mean, the expectations are really low. So it is. I know. Man, the quarterback situation is so bad.
Well, you say the quarterback. We'll just kind of jump into Cleveland a little bit. Sure. We'll put the time code in for Cleveland for a little bit later. Sorry, it's okay. Yeah. But they've run out they had the number 1 yards per allowed defense last year. Like, their defense has been so dominant for each of the past 3 years with Jim Schwartz, and then you lose Myles Garrett. Yeah, Jared Verse is nice and everything. He's not Myles Garrett, hence why he got traded along with picks for Myles Garrett. Without Garrett there, I don't know. If they can't be an elite defense and they just start bleeding like 28 points a game, they're going to lose every game 28-10.
So that's why I'm kind of in the same boat as I don't have a strong opinion on Cleveland on the win total one way or another. The schedule is easy. That's one of the benefits of finishing low in the division. You get an easier schedule the next year usually, and Cleveland does have an easier schedule. But to your point, Pat, they had such a lethal defense last year. The defense was so good, and they still struggled to win games. Like, I'm thinking of so many games where the defense kept them in it just over and over, and the quarterback couldn't make a play. And I just don't see a quarterback, unless Deshaun Watson somehow transforms into like the Watson. Like, exactly.
It's going to be Sanders.
Sanders is going to make 2 good plays a game that 4 beat writers are going to talk about, but everyone else is going to realize that the guy makes 30 terrible plays a game.
And who was the other guy in Cleveland did that?
Dylan Gabriel was there as well.
Well, Dylan Gabriel is like, let's not even talk about this.
Hey, we don't need to talk about Dylan Gabriel because he's not going to see the field.
Oh, Dylan Gabriel, no. He's not even an NFL quarterback.
Disagree. If you need a 4-yard pass completed, Dylan Gabriel got you. The Harold Fannin only, though.
Yeah.
The thing is, Cleveland has a lot of these guys. Remember when they were playing Denver that game, and I'm sitting in a sports book at Seneca, and I have Cleveland 8.5. They were dominating Denver, and then pick six. Winston is the same type of quarterback, but I think Sanders actually showed a lot. He made mistakes, but he also showed some growth. He also showed toughness. I know he had a lot of pressure. He was cocky when he came in the league. I think he's going to figure it out. I'm telling you, like, this kid, he'll work his ass off. That's one thing. He will work his ass off and get better.
But see, that's my problem with Cleveland. They're building. Like, it's very. They trade Myles Garrett for Jared. Like, they're rebuilding, and they realize that. Like, all the guys that they're relying on this, like Spencer Fano, who they draft in the first round, is probably going to be their starting left tackle this year. Their O-line is nowhere near what it was at its peak like 3 or 4 years ago. It's fallen off completely.
They have 5 new starters, presumably, on the offensive line this year, after their offensive line was so terrible a year ago. Last year, they became, one of 8 teams ever with a top 2 defense and a bottom 2 offense.
Yeah, and Casey Concepcion, Denzel Boston, like these are young players are relying at Jerry Judy's still there. He's going to drop 1 million balls like he does every year. Quinshaw Judkins, great running back, but young,
and coming off a broken fibula.
He's really good.
I agree, Cam, but to have him as your number
NFL,
2, to have him as your number 2 in his rookie year, I like him as a player. He probably will grow into something strong, but they're just relying on too many young guys. There's good pieces, but they're a couple years away from competing.
They're doing the same thing, and the Jets are a little bit more ahead of schedule than what they're doing. But you build, and listen, Cleveland's tried this for the past 25 years, so I don't know if it's going to end up working out or not. And I'm curious to see what this defense looks like. Now, if they drop down to being the 11th best defense, they're fucked. That's the end of them.
I'm with you.
If they're not the best defense again, it's going to be a struggle for them to post any wins at this point because the offense should be so bad. But you build up your lines, you have Verse for a while, you have these extra picks, build up the O-line, you drafted these young receivers, these young playmakers. Just be bad and hopefully you get Arch Manning, or I don't even know if it's Arch Manning, but drop the quarterback in there because they'll be out of Watson in 2 years? This year and next year.
Right.
Then it's all off. Then and the Jets are just a year ahead of that this year they can be okay, develop some guys, maybe they get a top end pick, drop in the quarterback, and all of a sudden it's this team looks pretty good.
Yeah, obviously every team in the league wants to win. That's without a doubt. But if you're the Browns as an organization, this year will be a success if your young players just get better. That's it, right? It's just it's a development year. Let's see what we got with a lot of these guys. Carson Schwarzenegger at linebacker, who was fantastic last year in terms of tackles. They had the Michigan guy on the defense, Mason Graham. They have a lot of good young pieces that, a couple years from now, these guys could be, I hate to say Pro Bowlers because Pro Bowl means nothing anymore in the NFL. But
Shedeur Sanders, Pro Bowler.
That's where
you got it, Pontiac. Yeah. I'll tell you something else. Can I talk about can I make a crazy prediction about another division, whatever? Or do we have to wait?
Go for it.
Arch Manning will be an Indianapolis Colt, like Peyton Manning.
Hey, Daniel Jones is going to be ready for the beginning of training camp.
Yeah, sure he will. After he snaps another leg and stuff, we'll see how Indy see it. But anyway, we'll talk about that division another time in another show.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Let's circle back to the Ravens for a second.
Sure.
Their Super Bowl odds around 8%. Does that sound about right, or is that too high? Do you think?
For me, it feels slightly high.
Yeah.
Slightly high. I think of the AFC as a whole, there's a lot of good teams. Buffalo, New England, Kansas City, Denver, Chargers, Houston, Jacksonville, Cincinnati. It's a competitive conference. I feel 8% is a little bit too high, especially, and to Cam's point, where I'll push back on with you, Pat, Lamar's only 29, but his age curve is probably a 33, 34-year-old because of the amount of hits he's taking.
Sure. Maybe if we're talking about from peak MVP form, where he's utilizing both his legs to break down a defense and then running stuff off play action, I think that Lamar is weirdly underrated as a pocket passer.
I do too. I think people think he can't throw the
he can throw.
He has some accuracy issues for sure.
But
so does everyone.
Yes, so does everyone.
Watch Mahomes throw a ball downfield and tell me he doesn't have accuracy issues. These guys do. So, but I don't know, 8%. If you ask me going in, I probably would have said something like 7%. It sounds like 1% difference, but I think they're slightly overvalued.
And to your point about last year or this year, starting off with an easier schedule, they ran the gauntlet last year. They opened at Buffalo. I think they played 6 playoff teams in their first 7 games, and I think they went 1-6 to start the year. And then Lamar got hurt. That's not a great outcome, and they still almost made the playoffs with an inferior roster than they had the previous 10 years.
That Buffalo game, did they blow a huge lead
at the end in Sunday Night Football?
Yes, they did. It was the craziest game ever.
I would have. I think I blocked that out of my memory because I bet the Ravens in that game. I'm pretty sure I now recall that game.
I think it was Bills -2, and I think they ended up winning or it was Bills -1.5, and they ended up winning by 2 or something.
You know when a lot of people come out of the woodwork on Twitter, it's like the second quarter. They're like, I told you the Bills are frauds and this and that. And you always know that's going to end poorly. Just wait till the end of the game.
I tell these guys that I know, shut the fuck up. Nothing's over. Talk to me when it's an F. When I have the Carolina Hurricanes, hey, looking good, man. Look at yeah, tie game. They score seconds. Stop doing that. Even with the golf and Jackson Coyven, I know he had a huge lead, but he hit dirt off tee. I'm like, stop talking, man. It's never over till it's over. I hate that shit. As a gambler, no. And by the way, Rob, Twitter sucks my nuts. I wish I didn't have to be. Know what I like? Social media. I actually go out and meet people. I don't talk on the computer. I actually go out and, have a drink with somebody or go over to their place and have dinner. That's social to me, not fucking Twitter garbage.
So a trivia question for you, Cam. So the Browns were top 2 defensively, bottom 2 offensively. Who was the last team to do that?
In NFL history?
Yep. It happened in 2003 or 2023.
Best defense, Pittsburgh?
It was the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, Jets.
Of the
That
Aaron
would've been
Rodgers
number
ACL
2 or 3
years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good call, Pat.
That was when Aaron Rodgers ran the flag out for Monday Night Football and then immediately got injured.
And they still won like 6 games or something like that because their defense
Yeah, and that's
was so
Pittsburgh's
good.
quarterback. Just telling you guys. That's Mr. Steeler over there with McCarthy, too. Okay.
Well, you know what? After Rodgers' Mason Rudolph, tell me he couldn't start for the Browns this year, right now.
Yeah, you like Mason Rudolph.
He can start for the Browns. I don't want to go to this portal, which is backup quarterback love and hate, because this game I'm going to get my sphincter absolutely penetrated, because you guys you guys are always all over me, man.
Well, the defense wasn't great with Baltimore last year, and they committed the fewest penalties on the defensive side of the ball. Now, Minter should help that. Losing Mike McDonald was obviously huge to that defense. Bringing in a guy who bolstered up the Chargers defense is helpful, but I don't know if the same sort of talent exists on this Baltimore defense right now. They have 3 or 4 studs and then a bunch of which Minter was great at doing, taking these random guys, 1-year signings, and fitting them into a piece to be good. But I feels like, although the Ravens defense was bad last year, they still kind of overachieved.
Yeah, well, the Ravens had a lot of defensive line injuries last. Madubuike got hurt.
We don't know if he's going to be back or not.
This is the thing. All these guys are on the pup. Travis Jones, their nose tackles. We have no idea yet who's going to play on the defensive line to start the year.
I'll tell you who's going to play. A guy who's the same age as me, Calais Campbell.
Calais Campbell will be there for sure. I mean, listen, Marlon Humphrey's playing some slot corner for them. Marlon Humphrey had a great career.
He was bad last year.
He's not Marlon Humphrey.
No,
Chidobe Awuzie, I like Awuzie as a corner. He can't stay healthy every year. Nate Wiggins, the guy they drafted from Clemson, again, first round pick. Got to see more of a progression from it's a good point, Pat. Baltimore has been synonymous for years with just having a hard team to play against, good defensive presence. You're not going to score a lot of points. There's not a huge amount of playmakers on the team anymore. Kyle Hamilton on the back end, yes.
I think
Roquan Smith, yes. I get those.
I think Hamilton is going to thrive with Jesse Minter. In almost how Derwin James was resurrected the past few years, that we're going to see Hamilton be a better version of that.
I could see that. It's a great and Hamilton's already an elite player anyways. You add in now an elite defensive coach, and the sky's the limit with him. But yeah, there's a lot of holes and a lot of question marks going into the season.
Guys, let's talk about see, Rob, you do the betting shows, and Pat, we go through this stuff. That's why, I guess, to Rob's point, talking about over-unders, you tend to bet unders because things can get a hell of a lot worse. If all these guys from Baltimore are banged up, I can't see them winning 12 games.
I would go under on the Ravens right now.
And it could be even worse, right? Because some of these guys we think are playing, their injuries might be more severe. This is the thing. We don't know. We don't know anything what's going to happen, how serious they are, right? So, yeah, asking 12 games, I think, is very ambitious.
I think if you guaranteed me 17 healthy Lamar Jackson games, I think you probably pencil in 10 wins, no?
10, yeah.
Yes, for sure, but not 12.
But so the O-line is work. Linderbaum's not there. Ronnie Stanley's a year older. They're relying on a rookie guard, albeit he's going to start right away, and I think he probably can. But it's you put a quarterback like that who takes hits and is willing to take hits behind an O-line that's probably going to give up more hits, and the likelihood that he plays a full season, it's probably pretty low. I'm not rooting for the guy to get injured, but let's just be real about Lamar Jackson at this point. It's tough to survive 17 games just taking beating after beating every single game.
If I had a gun to your head, Rob, who misses more games? Rodgers or Jackson?
I would say Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Rodgers is 42 years old and doesn't believe in like
Modern
science.
medicine.
Yeah, he's like, you know, like
So what's he doing? Putting leeches on his leg?
yeah, pretty much.
He's
Like
got-
he's,
Yeah, right. Hey,
whatever
that works.
witchcraft is, you know,
Yeah,
the,
that, hey, I'll tell you, I got my buddy's dating a witch right now, and it's pretty wild. I just met her, Pat. She's from the East Coast too. She wants me to move to Halifax. We had to talk. Very nice witch, good witch, good witch. Like she's not brewing up stuff, but she also, I told her, a guy put a gerbil in my ass with bad luck. Right? I go, I know I've been cursed ever since a day. I'm not going to mention any names. So she's putting together potions with thistle and this and this, and then she says you got to take a piss, preferably in the morning. The darker, the better. And then she's going to cast some spell. I go, I'm for it. I don't want to hurt the guy. I just want him out of, like, no more gerbils, okay? I got gerbils from the bank. I got gerbils from everybody. Get the hell out of my ass. I just want to be happy, live, watch football, and maybe finally have enough money to go fucking golfing. That's all I want.
I need a little more information on this entire situation. I'm not getting the full gist.
But my tarot cards were fantastic.
Okay.
And she said also, despite me being, you know, sometimes I'm loud and I could be, you know, just whatever. She said my moral compass is like, we did all sorts of tests, and with your name, you come up with a lot of things. Anyway, I got my cards read. I'm down with the program. I know it's just, but you know what? The problem with the tarot cards, take them for what they are. They're fun. Like, you don't do everything they say is not going to happen because it's relatable. Like going to a psychic. Like, you're basically telling them anyway, but it's a fun game. Like, you know what I mean? People like to play Scrabble. I really enjoyed it. I haven't had my cards read in a long time. It was fun.
Mhm.
And I got good, really good stuff. The crazy thing is, Rob, my number, I'm April 4th, like the first card, she shuffled and 4-4. Like they have numbers and a thing, like truth and, you know, changes in your life. Like everything was like bing, 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 everything that was happening now. And that was like without the, you know, like it was just from the cards.
Sorry,
Just
your birthday's April 4th?
yeah, it's bad luck in China, but it's good luck everywhere.
See, like I don't know how I didn't know this about you, but I'm December 12th. So I'm 12/12. My best.
Oh, that's awesome.
My
Rob.
best friend's.
Yeah, that's what they say. People with that, it's like you're a different kind of person. When
Well,
you're,
you turn into
born
a
on those
degenerate gambler, basically, because
yeah, basically, if you're 3, 3, 4, 4, 12, 12,
Yeah.
get gambling.
Yeah, you see the same number over and over. So you walk through
I
a
do.
casino and you're looking at like the roulette wheels and you're like, 12 over there. Like you just start
Yeah.
seeing those numbers everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's
I went to
starting add up.
Georgian the other day, Rob. I'm broke, but my buddy, he's loaded, right? He's like, I need you there, basically to be a security goon and play some blackjack. I was so proud of myself. Like, I walked out with like, I just needed money for like supplies and stuff. I got my money and I walked out. It's the first time I've ever done that in my life. Like, I wanted to stay there all night, but life changes. You got to just
Good lesson. Leave a winner.
Yeah, know what, Pat? Like the wise Chinese man who taught me blackjack when I was a kid, he said, plus money, he goes, plus is good, minus is bad. A very simple concept. So, yeah, anyway, except for golf, minus is great.
Yeah, I was going to
But
say.
but yeah, anyway, in life. So I walk out with, you know, give me a couple $100, I'm out the door because I know I'm going to piss it away. And I do piss it away. And I got to learn to be better. We're getting older, man. Right, Rob? Like, that's what I respect about you and Pat. You guys are way more disciplined than me. I'm an animal. Like, I just want to just gamble and gamble. Like, literally, there's kids outside. I'll bet you on a race. I'll make up a line in a high school basketball game. That's just who I am. I know what it is, Rob. I get a hard on when horses come around the stretch. Like, you know what I mean? It's just in my blood. Like, it's in my blood.
It sounds like the blood's still flowing if when the horses are getting around the stretch.
Another thing about these guys that I'm with, they're 52 years old and they're taking sex pills. I do it naturally. I get a hard on because I lost weight. So, hey, buddy, when you get used to those pills and they don't work anymore, you're done. What are you going to do when the pills don't work anymore? Because everything you take, you get used to. So do it naturally. Okay?
Sounds like
Do it naturally.
sounds like he's just gonna have to go to the racetrack and watch the horses
Just get
come around the
come around
stretch.
the bend.
This guy's pounding his wife. Like, maybe she doesn't want a pounding. 8 hours, like, you know what I mean? That's abuse. How about just a nice sexual, a little
Yeah,
bit of
8
foreplay and
hours
some
is
fun.
ridiculous. No,
I
I don't
told
think
the guy,
anyone
I go,
wants 8 hours.
This guy's an idiot. I got a chessboard beside me. Every day he comes and plays chess. He goes, I read books. I go, I read fucking books too. I play chess. Big fucking deal. I know who I am. And like, it's just the same bullshit. Like, I'm just shut the fuck up. And he thinks he's a chef. And then he comes in there 17 spices later. Fucking guy burns like a $50 tenderloin. I could have done it in an air fryer. Enough of these people bragging, Pat. Like, you know what I mean? When some guy tells you he's the best at something, he's the worst. That's another life tip.
I've talked about Helix for years and will continue to because it's one of those products I actually use every single day. In fact, there are 5 Helix mattresses in my house right now, Ours, the kids, the guest room, and every single one has been fantastic. They're comfortable, they've held up incredibly well, and getting a great night's sleep actually makes a huge difference when you're trying to keep up with work and kids and trying to golf as much as possible and everything else that you might want to do. What I really like is that Helix has over 20 different mattress models, so you're not just stuck with a one-size-fits-all bed. Whether you like to sleep hot or cold, or looking for something firmer, or you want a softer feel, there's an option that is built for you. Plus, every mattress comes with a 120-night sleep trial, a limited lifetime warranty, and the Happy with Helix guarantee, so you can buy with confidence. Head to helixsleep.com/Mayo and use code MAYO for 20% off during the early access Labor Day sale. That's helixsleep.com/Mayo. Make sure you enter my show name after checkout so they know that I sent you. All right, let's talk about something no one in endurance sports likes to admit. You can be training your ass off, cardio, stress, not recovering properly, and yeah, it can mess with your performance everywhere. Because it all comes back to blood flow. Most guys jump straight to pills. That's just treating the symptom. The real key is nitric oxide. That's what controls circulation, endurance, and yeah, performance. That's why Joy Mode actually makes sense. It's a natural booster that supports nitric oxide production, not the fake pixie dust stuff. Just tear open a packet, mix it like an electrolyte drink, and you are good to go. Use it when you need it, or use it daily to raise your baseline. Think of it like training. One dose helps, consistency changes everything. If you want to support sexual performance the same way you support training and recovery, naturally and intelligently, Joy Mode has a deal for my listeners. Go to tryjoymode.com/Mayo or enter Mayo at checkout for 20% off. Joy Mode, the electrolyte packet for your dick. Speaking of the worst, Cleveland Browns, back to them for a second.
Yes.
You know what their over-under is? I didn't realize this until I just pulled up.
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, it's the schedule. Listen, you could go through Cleveland's schedule, you can say
they have winnable games.
They do. They have a lot of, and also like I'm with Cam. I don't know why. I mean, I'm with Cam.
I don't know. Hey, I like this Pizzola. We're friends all of a sudden.
Well,
Nah.
I'm with Cam in that I think the Steelers could absolutely stink as well.
Thank you.
They could be closer to the Browns, but the Steelers somehow end up 500 every year or better. I don't know how they do it, but that was
with McCarthy.
That was the Tomlin witchcraft.
Tomlin?
I don't know. Is McCarthy using witchcraft like Tomlin is? Does he have the voodoo dolls like Tomlin does? I don't know.
I do.
You do.
The under 6.5 is juiced to -220 right now.
Yeah. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It should be 5.5.
Yeah, it's one of those that's like an in
So what's 5.5?
I just looked at the standard line.
Sometimes they give you 2, right?
Yeah, sometimes. But right now, like looking at their schedule, like it's easy, but they're gonna be not favored against the Jets in New York. They're not gonna be favored at home against the Panthers. Like they're not a good team.
No, they're not. But like when you think, like if you think about it, well, I don't know what do we think roughly? They're 3-point underdog at home to Carolina.
They're probably a 2.5.
Yeah, something like that. So they're still like 40% to win that game. So it's like 0.4 of a win. So you're just like adding those up.
Then you get there, sure.
Yeah,
but
I know.
The dog pound's a tough place to play in. Who's their quarterback? Remember that game when Trent Williams for the Niners got hurt and Cleveland won when the Niners were really, really good? Who's quarterbacking then, Rob? Was that Watson?
No, it was Trey Lance was the Niners quarterback, and it was in like a monsoon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't remember.
It was 17-16.
17-16.
And they were huge underdogs.
Could it
But
have?
one thing about Cleveland is they're good. They could be a dangerous home dog.
Well, they were always a dangerous home dog, and they were very good ATS the past few years at homes because their defense was so good, and now it's not going to be.
And also, like Flacco was part of that equation
Flacco.
as well. Where like,
Flacco.
I'm not a Flacco guy, but like he was semi-competent. He had a game in him where he could like light up another team.
Well, this was always my problem with either Watson or Sanders or any of these jabronis that they ended up rolling out, is that you put Flacco into the same offense and their offense is wildly competent. You put these guys in and it doesn't work.
I know.
That's a pretty big indictment, I feel like.
The issue with Cleveland is because they spend so much money with Deshaun Watson, they're going to put him out there and he could be absolutely shit.
Yeah.
Like if he has no, spark, no desire, no, like I don't see like just going lackadaisical. I don't give a fuck how much money you pay the guy. You put Sanders in and see how it goes. Like I don't want to watch this team lose games because Deshaun Watson. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe Do you think he can come back, Rob? I'm not sure. He's probably washed.
He's
in my opinion.
all the off-season reporting. Take it all with a grain of salt because it's coming from Todd Monken, like who obviously is not going to be like, well, Watson looks like a fucking shit out there, and like he's like, oh yeah, Watson looks great, but like we don't know anything until the action. Like we're gonna watch preseason games where he's gonna get him and Sanders who are like quote unquote competing for the starting role are gonna get some snaps in preseason, and we're gonna have a generally good idea of what Watson looks like at that point. But that's,
you guys think Gabriel plays the game?
I doubt it.
He might. If Sanders is like throwing picks and Watson sucks, they might you know what I mean? That's the thing about Cleveland. I look at 3 guys and I go, and
they drafted Gabriel ahead of Watson.
Well, the point
2
is,
rounds
Rob, there's
ahead.
their first string quarterback to third string quarterback. There's not much difference because Watson's like played like shit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
do you want dog shit, cat shit, or horse shit? It's basically what you got as your 3 options right now.
Cat shit.
Yeah, I guess they at least cover it. At least they cover it up.
Horse shit's bigger and nastier. I don't know. That's tough. Shit is a lot of different kinds of shit.
Shit is what I was saying.
Yeah, I prefer it in log form rather than diarrhea form, though. Rob, are you enjoying Halifax?
I got in last night.
It's
sorry,
been
I thought you
8
were in
hours.
for a week already. Looks like you just guys came off the golf course early night, 5 a.m.
We're not even golfing today. It's just how we're dressing.
I saw Pat muck
You
a
look
breakfast in about 45 seconds. I don't know how somebody can put eggs down that fast. Like,
I eat eggs with my hands sometimes. I eat breakfast in 15 seconds. Sometimes I just grab pea meal, put a slice of cheddar with a poached egg, a little bit hard. I prefer them runny and just put it right in my mouth. And then if I have 30 seconds, I'll have the hash brown in the air fryer, crush it. It's a great breakfast.
So you're telling me in a minute you can make eggs and a hash brown and put them down?
Know what you do, Rob? It's a very simple concept. You just put a little bit of water, like very thin water in the pan, a little bit of kosher, like just a dash of kosher salt, put it in, turn it up high, put the eggs in, poach. The minute you look at them, bam, you put the lid on it for about 45, you're right, maybe a minute and a half. But anyway, I digress. I can eat, basically I eat like fucking Fred Flintstone. I'm a caveman.
I'm with you on the kosher salt. I had the kosher salt on my eggs this morning as well.
I'm a fan as well.
Cool.
That's we're all in agreement for the first time in
eh?
history. Yeah. Wow.
Are you guys surprised? Oh, Cam Stewart, the Stooge, has kosher salt. Kosher salt's good
First
for
of
a
all-
lot of things because it's coarse. It's not like that other shit.
Yeah.
It's good. You get more bang for your buck.
We may disagree with your opinions a lot. No one's calling you a stooge around here, though.
That's okay. I deal with a lot of stooges now. The Stoli stooge, the chess stooges.
Visine Vince.
Oh, no, Visine Vince is not a stooge. No. Visine Vince is a good human being who has a boiler now because he loves beer. But man, his arms, he's ripped. You know those guys, Rob, those old guys you see that are like huge, but they got that boiler? That's Vince now. He's fucking crushing.
Well,
He also crushes Molson Canadians.
I was down in Pat's basement yesterday. This guy's got 80-pound dumbbells down there. I'm like, what are these for, Pat?
I'm lifting weights now too. It's good,
80s.
Pat. Keep on crushing.
You got to get them up.
I know, like
Get him up!
You got to get
Get
him
him up!
Yes, you got to get the progressive overload. You can
But-
tell with my now flabby
Yeah.
physique.
Yeah,
That's right, Pat. No Ozempic for you.
No, I was considering going on Ozempic because I can't
Fuck
run
that
anymore.
shit. Fuck that
Strained
shit.
both my
Do it
calves,
naturally.
sprained my knee. I can't run. That's why I have that stupid bike, which I
Just
hate.
keep on pumping iron and go for a walk up a hill.
Just
I,
take-
I can't do the walk up the hill is the problem.
Take a piss in the morning. The darker, the better. Get it off to the
some
witch
tarot- get some
doctor
tarot
and the
cards.
tarot cards, and you're all set.
That's one
it.
problem. My piss looks like Rickard's red. Like I need more hydration, more Pedialyte. This show is fun. Actually, you have other sponsors. I don't want to give Pedialyte a free plug, but
Could be Hydrolyte. Could be just
Hydrolyte. Yeah. Anyway, Pat, your new electrolyte sponsor, whatever it is, I'm fucking down with it. They really work.
Who did we have? We had Element. No, the LMNT was.
You actually gave me
LMNT.
one. It was good.
Element.
It was good.
Element.
I one of my
Element was
healthiest.
good.
We just had a whole bunch because they sent me a whole bunch. They're not a sponsor anymore. It was like kind of disgusting.
How's that sex powder working?
I mean, I don't take it, so I took it when I was sick, and it made me like recover faster because it's like a
Oh, yeah, 'cause
testosterone
it's got
boost
good
and
things
energy
in it.
boost
It's-
as well.
yeah.
got some ingredients.
But they're not like it's not like you take one and get a boner. That's not how it
No,
works.
it's not like Cialis or any of
Yeah.
those things that my buddies use.
It's not like a prescription dick pill. It's like a little powder, and you're good to go.
I don't
But-
think that's fair to women that these guys are taking those pills. I said it before.
or it's
That's
or it's super fair to them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's call it. Hey, man, I'm not Ron Jeremy. I just want to have a little bit of fun. When you're having sex for like 6 to 8 hours, come on. Let's fucking get real. That's like you're nuts. bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. You can go long, 45 an hour. Eventually don't you have to get one out? I don't believe it. Anyway,
what a waste of time.
Pills, so
you could eat 300 eggs and hash browns in that span.
Damn right, Rob, and make bets. Or you could be like George Costanza and eat a fucking, corned beef sandwich with mustard. Yeah, pastrami. That's my day. Have sex and just grab a. I should eat more in bed.
And mix in a game too. Just throw on a game in the background. It's the trifecta.
We went on couples weekend away, so I brought some of the LMNT just to have in the morning. Like, hey, if we wake up hungover, let's give this a try. And so 3 of us took it. This isn't all that great. Then our super healthy friend got in from a run at 6 a.m. on a drinking weekend, and he just had his own. He's like, "Oh, I pound this every day." So he was the most in shape guy. He was the healthiest guy, and he's pounding it.
Well, we'll see in 15 years.
Yeah. I think it's just salt.
Yeah, I don't think there's much in the stuff. Honestly, a lot of that stuff, your body can't even absorb the amount of nutrients that are. You piss like fucking highlighter yellow afterwards. I don't know if it's the same with the element T or whatever.
Well, do you think that affects your tarot card readings and curses?
I don't know. You got to talk.
The dirtier the piss, the better the curses on the enemy. But as I said, I'm not an evil or vindictive man. I just want this guy out of my ass. Okay, I've had enough. Guy put a curse on me a long time.
He's got the gerbil in his.
I thought it was
it's
Gerbil,
Eminem.
It's the proverbial gerbil.
Yeah. Could also be a male gerbil, in which you'd call a guy.
Shut the fuck up, Rob. No. They're bank gerbils, bill gerbils, bad people gerbils. They're all gerbils. Okay. I want hamsters because hamsters stay in your brain. Gerbils go in your ass. Next question, because the first one was stupid.
Bengals 9.5.
Yeah.
Minus 145 to the 9.5 over plus 120. The 9.5 under. They're the second favorites in this division. They are plus 225. I got that right. Yeah, plus 225 behind the Ravens at minus 125. Burrow's healthy, like we hear every year, and then all of a sudden he's not so healthy.
So the Chargers are widely known as the team in the league that everyone thinks is going to be the team every year, and then they fail versus expectations. The Bengals should be known as that team because they consistently underperform pretty much every year except the year that they went to the Super Bowl. Outside of that, if you look at their preseason win totals, I think it's 8 of the past 10 years they were an under team. That said, just like the Chargers this year, I'm in on the Bengals.
Yeah. Rob, I'm feeling it. Tell your dad, let's go to the track. I'm feeling good today.
20-1 to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, okay. Let me pose one big Cincinnati macro question to you. Did going to the Super Bowl limit their upside because it kept Zach Taylor around for too long?
Yes, that's one thing. Zach Taylor, in my opinion, is not a good coach. 2, they got so lucky that, remember the game against the Titans? It was
ridiculous.
Burrow got sacked 10 times in that game. The Titans, Tannehill couldn't do anything. I don't know what the hell happened in that game, but I know it was a pretty fluky run, and it probably did set them back a little bit, and then it kept everyone on the coaching staff around.
Was that the year that the Raiders almost beat them? And they went to the bowl?
Yeah, Derek Carr threw short of the goal line on 4th down.
And their coach was the bread man.
Was he there?
Remember, and then they get rid of him afterwards.
Bisaccia or whatever.
Bisaccia bread. Yeah, I love that guy. Should have kept him around.
That wasn't an Antonio Bryant year?
I don't think so.
Was it? No, not Antonio Bryant. Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce, yeah. No, I don't think so.
Getting older.
Wow, man, they've had a bad run of coaches, man. The Raiders.
Yeah, they sure have.
They're better now, maybe.
Yeah, I remember that game because I think the final was 17-10 or 16-10, something like. I had the Raiders on the spread.
Pete Carroll, is that nuts to say? I know we won a Super Bowl, but Pete Carroll's one of the worst coaches ever. He's a cheerleader. Well, he did it with their talent. They didn't do it because of him. Nice guy.
Pete Carroll was a good coach. He just
he's 80 years old.
Yeah, he's just at this point he's
but he's a healthy 80.
Yeah, sure, but when Joe Gibbs came back and coached Washington again, they were terrible. It's not like, well, he's a terrible coach. Yeah. It's he was. I
believe
coach.
Marv Levy at 100 can still coach.
I don't know about that. You put Joe Biden on the sidelines for a team, and there's not much that.
But Marv Levy is not Joe Biden. He still sounds fresh when I watch.
Yeah, but he's 100 years old, Cam.
I know he is. He's the best 100-year-old I've ever seen. Coaching's stressful. How does he do it? How does he look that good?
Bill Belichick's off fucking for 8 hours a day. He's still spry, and he's not coaching well anymore.
Hey, listen,
he's banging young chicks.
There are some exceptions to the rule. Bob Barker in his 90s. I mean, he was Price is Right was still going on without a hitch. You wouldn't know.
Rob on the screen. I look so beat down. Like I got no chance to make it to fucking 70, let alone 80 or 90. Like, I got to enjoy my years now.
Honestly, it's all the good lighting. You get good lighting, you look a lot better. That's a pro tip for anyone doing content.
Dude, my forehead looks like a fucking wrestler. Like I'm taking razor blades.
You say that, but
I don't even know what happened.
Rob, how many lights do you see in this studio?
There's a lot of lights. I mean, if I had to estimate, we got upwards of like 30 lights in here.
Yeah.
I turned my light on. I should turn it off. Don't you think?
No, I think you should just stop purposely crinkling your forehead in every show, and maybe we won't notice it.
Yeah, but bringing attention to it.
Yeah, you're letting us see it. I think you
Hold
look
on.
perfectly fine. I don't know what the problem is.
Decline.
Last year, Zach Taylor dropped from 6th to 28th in the aggressiveness index on 4th down after being league average, probably to do with the fact that he had Jake Browning and Joe Flacco out there a ton. But the big part for me, and I don't know whether this is real or not, the Cincinnati defense in the second half of the year was very good. And it was the worst defense in the league in the first half. I don't know whether we're buying that as real or if there's just some sort of improvement where they can be a league average defense. But I thought that was really surprising because the overall numbers will not reflect that because they were so bad the first half of the season. But they were a top 5 defense to close out the season.
So I don't know.
Players.
I don't know how much I buy it, but they definitely played better in the second half of the season. But that's the thing. Cincy was a terrible defense for most of last year. And people are like, well, they lost Trey Hendrickson in the offseason. Well, Trey Hendrickson didn't play for the majority of last season. So he just wasn't.
What are you doing there, Cam?
You okay there, Cam?
Oh, I'm just watching. Just didn't want to watch a murder mystery right now. I'm watching Golf Channel now.
Okay.
I've already seen all of them. I can tell you what happens. Guy fucking puts her in a barrel.
Forensic Files or
no, the problem with can we make? Remember they had Forensic Files 2? Can we get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? I can tell you the name.
Yeah,
like
I was watching Forensic Files in Pat's basement last night, and I seen all the episodes. They're not
exactly, Rob. I'm like
new content.
Have you ever noticed the names of these people? Cindy Pancake. Like, take a look at the names of the fucking people on Forensic Files. It's almost made up. Lisa's like, that can't be a real name. I go, yeah, I know that Cindy Pancake. I've seen this episode 20 times.
It's not the same as the old ones, but I was very excited when Netflix brought back Unsolved Mystery. It's not the Robert Stack stuff.
Nobody beats Stack.
But they release like 6 episodes every 2 years. Like, give me some more unsolved like there's millions of unsolved mysteries. There's
it's my
tons
favorite
of them.
show.
Yeah, I like to.
When I grew up, it was my favorite show. I could be like literally like partying and stuff like that, and I go, oh man, I gotta set the VCR. Unsolved Mysteries is on. When Robert Stack's voice hit, it was almost like comfort food, man. I'm like, I love this shit. I love it. It's such a great show. Remember the guy we worked with at the Score? He let me the Unsolved Mysteries box set.
I do remember that.
VHS.
Yep.
Kyle the Angry Intern.
Kyle the Intern. Yep.
That guy was into it too.
How angry was he?
He really wasn't that.
Oh,
angry.
very angry.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, with the amount of angry people we worked with at the Score, he was very normal.
Like I would put Morency at a 10.
Morency was not a 10. Morency was like an 8.
Morency could be pretty calm sometimes.
We had an intern called Psycho Mike.
Oh, Psycho Mike. I'm not even going to tell you stories about this guy on air, but let's just say this guy bet like a home on a preseason football game.
Yeah, I remember that day very clearly.
The show. The guy comes in with money, like, you know how drunks have like, alcohol in a bag
of money,
a bottle of sherry. He had like money loose in a wet fucking
like $40,000 in a brown bag, just offering money to anyone in the building.
We work with at the Score, Rob. Morency, Psycho Mike.
So he won the bet.
Oh, he lost.
Me.
Yeah. He lost, and it was very uncomfortable. Yeah. Almost as uncomfortable as our not our programming director, even above him, had parlayed all of the 1 seeds in March Madness.
Oh God!
Was this the Lehigh year?
He won his bets.
Oh.
However, he placed like $100,000 on a parlay of all the 1 seeds to win peanuts.
It was ridiculous.
He sweat those out at the office, and there was 1 year where like 10 minutes left in the second half, a 1 seed is losing, and like you just don't want to be around that. Like,
Rob, I've been with I've been with different companies. We had more crazy individual psychos per capita at the Score than any company, and it was fun. Like, you know what I mean? It was like we were watching horse racing in the afternoon. It's fucking great, man. Like, I just wish I could live like that.
It's truly amazing no one got murdered in that office.
Oh,
like, with the amount of crazy people that were there.
It's really strange,
though. You forgot about Steve Cool. Hey, I love hockey more than my beautiful wife. Who ate my cheese? You stole my booze, Cam and Gabe. We didn't fucking touch your fridge, Steve. Stop blaming us. That's what I hate. Just because we're fucking whatever, blah, 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 betting on football doesn't mean we stole your fucking cheese.
But
maybe Ludsey ate it.
Coolius, like, again, character to the max. 10 out of 10 character. Crazy? No. Like 4.
Oh, he's fucked.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Moro Ronaldo, like, remember him? He
Oh,
used to,
man.
he used to just hide people's chairs for no reason. Like, you come in and you have people be like looking for where their chair is at their desk. He's having like a laugh in the corner. Like, Moro, like, you're the on-air talent here, man. Like, we're
JBL
interns.
did it, and then JBL took Moro's passport. Well, he wasn't laughing then.
No.
Then he got a taste when he went to the WWE. That's what happens when you play jokes on people. If you play jokes, you got to be able to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Get my drift?
There were some unsolved mysteries at the Score, though.
Oh,
we had a Pizzagate where an employee sent out an email to everyone at the Score saying that someone ate his pizza out of the fridge.
And Rob, I know everyone's going to blame me for stuff. I'm honestly, I take things sometimes. I've taken toilet paper from companies before when desperate and things in the closets. I don't touch people's lunches unless they tell me I can touch their lunches, or they leave it somewhere in my area.
So this was a topic of conversation this weekend at Chris Meany's wedding with all the fantasy guys.
I love Chris Meany.
Chris Meany's great, but it was either Andrew Reid or Sean McCormick. Shout out to those guys. Was talking about how you drank his Pepsi when he went to the bathroom.
Did I really? Yeah. Fuck, I need help. I didn't know I even did that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to say what I need to say, but there was a reason that you were like the number one suspect in the
But I really
Pizzagate.
didn't do it, Rob. I've done a lot of things I didn't do it.
I believe you wouldn't do that either. You would venture to the lunchroom for like that wheel of death that they had there, and you'd get whatever the hell they served in
an
that.
old patty or
like they would.
something.
Yeah, it was some real shit.
I
stuff
did
in there.
when Geoff came in the first day though, and you told him to like hide the sub, and I smelled it. Like I could smell food from fucking a mile away.
Right,
My neighbor's down the way. I can tell what he's cooking.
I didn't believe this to be true. They warned me. You were on air doing like whatever that show, Drive This or what, and they're like, do not eat that sub here. Cam is going to see that, and he's going to want that sub. So I hid it, and this thing was hidden under jackets, like I don't know. He got out of the studio, man. Like he was mid-conversation and he just stopped and he's like, he sniffed it out. He literally, and he grabbed it and said, I'll never forget. Hey, everyone, free subs.
I remember, who the fuck is Geoff Feinberg? First time I met him, because it's spelled Geoff, and Jeff. I see usually it's Jeff. It's Geoff. I'm like, who the fuck is Geoff Feinberg? He's like, me. And, and after that, we became really good friends. I thought it was Geoff.
Yeah. Well.
So it sounds like, Cam, the characters that you ran into at the Score office back in the day, not quite as similar as the ones you ran into at our fantasy office.
Oh no, there's a lot of Pat. You're a weirdo too, but in like good ways. Like, you know what I mean? You floss your teeth every minute of the day. You brush your teeth. You do all sorts of crazy shit. You know, everybody's fucked in their own way. I'm more animal than human, I guess. I smell food like what am I, Rob? Part bear, part human? Like, I don't know what the fuck it is. I smell when food's
you
cooking,
got a little bit of
raccoon,
vulture.
Yeah, I'm kind of a raccoon.
Little vulture
and vulture.
You wait till someone's away from something and you like swoop in to get the
My spirit bird is a raven though, and I don't like the Baltimore Ravens. But let me tell you a story quickly about Ravens. I know we got to get it into the Steelers in Cleveland, but I was in Yellowknife and I'm walking home from the bar with this fucking knucklehead, right? And this guy's all wasted and stuff. And I see the Ravens like to hang, right? They're just hanging out, looking at you and stuff. Guy chucks shit at the Raven. I go, man, you're a moron. That was the dumbest thing you've ever done in your life. That Raven's going to haunt you for the rest of your life, your family, his family, whatever. And it did. He'd come out there, the Ravens waiting, you fuckstick. And they did nothing to me because I treated them with respect and gave them food. This asshole's throwing rocks and snowballs at Ravens. Dumb thing. If you ever see a Raven, you treat it with respect. They're a mystical bird, man. Don't fuck with them.
Well,
End of story.
There's some bird like crows.
They're brilliant.
Crows
are basically ravens.
Like crows, there's something about crows where they will remember specific people, and
that's ravens.
They communicate it to other crows as well.
Yes.
So you never want to piss off a crow. This is supported by science. I'm not making this up.
It is supported by science. Yeah. 3 birds you don't piss off: ravens, crows, owls. I rest my case.
My kids were watching stuff on snowy owls this morning while you were asleep.
Oh, owls are wicked, man.
They were arguing about owls.
Well, I mean, Cam will know what I'm talking about, but the staircase, there was like a documentary on that guy whose wife fell down the staircase and died. But there's a theory that has emerged that she had an owl in
Owl
her hair.
talons.
What?
Yep,
When she
Oh,
went
it's true.
inside.
Rob's right. I've watched it a million times. It's true. They said there was cuts. The scientists say those look like owl talons.
Some like owl feathers
Yeah,
in her.
feathers.
Okay.
I don't know. It's
The guy's a murderer, but I like the owl theory.
the owl theory is interesting.
Yes.
Also, I guess it's not. I guess it is unsolved. Unsolved.
It is
Still unsolved.
The
Well,
per-
this was the whole thing when like Netflix or these streaming services take over some classic shows. They miss the point of part of the reason that people liked Unsolved Mysteries or your CSIs or like those types of shows is that there was like 30 of them a year and they would just kind of keep on going. You don't need 6 of them.
I agree, but yeah, I will say this: like, I grew up. My parents watched Unsolved Mysteries. I'm like a 6-year-old kid, and like I'm sitting there on the couch watching these shows, and then the mystery's not solved, and they're like, police believe that the whereabouts
Exactly,
of this is
exactly.
he may have went to Canada. I'm like,
He's in
holy
Mississauga.
fuck! I'm like, we're
He's
in
in
Canada.
my backyard.
I wouldn't sleep the whole night. I'd be wide awake in every noise I heard. I was like,
You're so
fuck,
right,
it could be
Rob.
the guy that was, taking the train to Canada. Could
You're
be.
so
So you
right.
got to be careful with that if you have children around, because that scarred me
You're
for a
so
few
right.
years.
I love Rob. He's exactly right. They always edit it. We presumed him, and he went over the border in Canada. Yeah, sure. He's hanging out. Hey, pal. You see him at the local tavern in a ditch. Who knows? Pat, I remember as a kid, and the Seahawks were just losing and losing and losing. And then my girlfriend makes fun of me. Mommy, Murder, She Wrote. Murder, She Wrote will follow the Seahawks and Raiders. Like, what I mean? I used to watch Murder, She Wrote with my mom. So I was always into that shit since I was a kid. Like, Angela Lansbury, like, I was like a little guy. I used to like, hey, I know who the murderer was, Mom. Like, I love that stuff.
Question about the Bengals defense and whether it's sustainable. or not. Bring it all back.
It's an
It's
unsolved
an
mystery.
unsolved mystery.
Unsolved mystery.
Dexter Lawrence is there now.
Yes.
Jonathan Allen is there.
Yes,
now.
exactly.
So
That's
this
okay.
could, what we saw in the second half, even like you said, Songs, Trey Hendrickson, it could be, I don't want to say better, but that could be repeatable.
Boye Mafe on the edge now. He's not Trey Hendrickson, but they were a horrendous defense. They were one of the worst 2 defenses in the league for the majority of the season. And if they can just get to like 24th in the league,
But
that is good enough. Their offense is good enough to overcome that.
But there's a chance they could be better defensively than that. Like all of a sudden they're not the 24th, they're the 14th, which is a huge difference.
True, but you have to weigh the fact that Joe Burrow basically gets injured every year as well.
Correct.
Like on paper, the Bengals offense looks amazing and can be amazing if everyone stays healthy, but it doesn't work out that way. This is why they keep falling short of their preseason totals. But I'm with you. I look at the Bengals, I'm like, they just need a not terrible defense, and they should be able to overcome that. And I think the win total's too low, and I like them to win the division as well.
I
Like,
love
think-
you, Rob.
Yeah.
Well, man, we're reading each other's mail. As I say, Baltimore, I lean under. Bengals is one. I think the Bengals are going to win how many games? 11, 12? Like, they'll get over 10 and a half.
Even to look at their offensive metrics last year, like with Burrow, they were wildly competent. With Flacco, they were wildly competent. It's just when they started Jake Browning, they were terrible.
Yeah, hilarious how that worked out because Browning had taken over for Burrow like a few years back, and everyone's like, "Well, there's no drop off in the offense with Browning. Maybe Burrow's not that good." Yeah, welcome to reality.
And the first
I'll
game last year,
apologize.
and the first game last year when he came in, they had that comeback against Jacksonville
true.
to beat them. It was like, oh, here we go,
Here we
Browning.
go.
I
again.
apologize. I was an absolute moron. Like, I know I'm the backup quarterback whisperer guy. I watch Browning play. It's a bias. He went to the University of Washington. My grandfather did. My dad, like, we're Washington people, Anyway, yeah, got a lot of family there. That's, I'm sorry, guys. I was wrong about Jake Browning.
But they've now just kicked him to the curb. Flacco is just their backup now, which,
Yeah.
I guess it works.
if you protect them, they'll be fine.
I think you can get away without protecting Flacco because he's just going to stand there and throw lob balls to Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I finished watching quarterbacks, and Flacco was featured this year, and that guy took like an absolute beating down the stretch last year. He's getting older, but he's well liked within the team. Like, he's a good veteran presence to have. He's a good guy to have if Burrow goes down. Like, he can.
You need him for 2 games, he's got you.
He'll keep you
Yes.
afloat. Yeah, I don't know. I think the win total's too low on the Bengals. I really do. The rebuilt defensive line. I don't think the Bengals are going to be a league average defense. I don't. I still think that they'll be well below average, but it'll be an upgrade. They should be able to stop the run with Dexter Lawrence in the middle as well. That was a huge problem for them for huge stretches last year.
They also gave up the most yards after catch to receivers,
Yeah.
which is not great, which may not be solved. That's also an unsolved mystery.
Yeah,
It is.
It really is.
It really is.
It's
How come my head's so big and your guys' heads look small? Look at the size of my fucking head. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
Like, look at it, Rob. Look at yours head. Like, I'm here and I'm backing up, and it's still like.
yeah, but I've been skinny like my whole life. I've never weighed
No,
more than
but-
like 180 pounds. So
Fair enough. Pat, your head's pretty proportionate for your body. I think I have a big melon. That's all.
well, you've lost
Wait.
weight too, Cam, but most of it's
Yeah,
come
so
from
now
your
my head looks
body.
bigger.
And
You're
you
right,
just have a
Rob.
giant
Thank you.
head. Yeah.
Yeah, you're very you're on top of things, Rob. I agree. Bengals over too. We're in. I
Nice.
agree with Pizzola.
Buying a car is a big deal, and the last thing you want to do is spend endless hours clicking through filters only to come up empty. That's why I like CarGurus. You can actually describe what you're looking for in your own words. Say you want something that's reliable, good on gas, with low mileage, and under 20 grand. Just type that in, and Guru instantly shows you real available listings that match what you need. And once you've found a few options, CarGurus makes it easy to compare them side by side. With more than 4 million listings, CarGurus has the biggest selection of cars, so it's easier than ever to find the right car and the right deal for you. They also offer more transparent pricing, letting you see when dealer fees are included so you can compare listings with greater confidence. It's no wonder CarGurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site according to SimilarWeb's estimated traffic data. Huh? Buy or sell your car today at CarGurus.com. That's CarGurus.com. Summer's almost over, and I'm looking into next year, trying to figure out what block of the schedule can I take a vacation, and then whether or not I can actually afford it. That's why I like having everything organized ahead of time. When I know exactly where my money's going, I can book a trip, enjoy the winter, enjoy the summer, just not stress about my finances afterwards. Monarch is the personal finance app that tracks everything: accounts, investments, saving goals, and most importantly, spending. Or at least for me, it's the spending. Get your first year of Monarch Core half off, just $50 with promo code PATMAYO. That's me. What I like most about Monarch is the monitoring it does for me. The AI weekly recap flags spending spikes before they become habits, and the cash flow view makes it really easy to see where my money's actually going each month. It's nowhere good, I'll tell you that. It's basically like having a financial advisor in your pocket, which I appreciate because my old financial advisor, very expensive and not very good. Use code PATMAYO at Monarch.com to get your first year of Monarch Core half off, just $50. That's 50% off your first year at Monarch.com with code PATMAYO. And it sounds like you're going well under on the Pittsburgh Steelers and their win total, which is 8.5. It's
Under.
over is plus 113, minus 140.
I think the Steelers are going to. I think actually it's going to be a train wreck. I don't predict injuries. I don't think Rodgers 1 year there. Their defense is fine, but I think their offense is going to struggle mightily. I don't know. A lot of people, Rob, I don't know how you feel about this, Rob, Pat, but some people have Pittsburgh winning the division. I think there's a big gap between them too. They could be good, or I'm just taking the shittier side.
So I hate the quarterback coach combo for Pittsburgh.
I do too.
Super Bowl winning combination.
I'm
Doesn't matter.
Again, we all have biases, but I'm a Cowboys fan. I've seen Mike McCarthy in action. He's not terrible, but you get rid of Tomlin for McCarthy. It's just like, what are we doing here? Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
Another year.
Like the guy was throwing, like, his average depth of target last year was so low. He's not the same quarterback. Like, forget him. If you didn't know that Aaron Rodgers was previously an elite quarterback in the league and you just watched him play now, like you took up watching football 2 years ago, you'd be like, why is this guy playing? How do they not have a better option than him? I like some of the stuff they did in the offseason. They brought in Michael Pittman, who's not a true number one, but now they have DK Metcalf, Michael Pittman, and everyone else like drops down. Like Roman Wilson is not playing, every other snap. They brought in Jamel Dean at corner, who's old, but still
It fits a theme of the team.
but still a good corner. I don't hate their roster. I just hate the quarterback coach combo, and I think they have a very limited upside.
If you just want to bet on the Steelers this year, Cam, bet over on Rico Dowdle catches and Jalen Warren catches. Because all Rodgers is going to do is throw to big tight ends and running backs, because that's all he does.
And all the defenses are going to know that strategy. He's not the same guy. If they have any problems on the offensive line, this team's fucked because Rodgers can't move anymore. He's going to be turtling. That's the whole thing. The Steelers have defense, but sure. Like, it's one of those situations where I even with the additions, I don't believe in their offense. Yeah. I just don't. I think they're going to be punting the ball a lot, setting up teams to score. I'm taking under. I think the Steelers win. I know that's crazy. I think they win 7 games.
If they win 6 or 7 games, they're going to be better than the Browns.
I don't think they will. Actually, if you give me a spread, I'll take the Browns.
Why do I need to give you a spread? You said that they'd be better.
No, because it's 1 7.5 and 1 5.5 or 6.
But you said, hey, I got a hot take that Cleveland's going to be better than Pittsburgh. Then bet me on it.
I want odds.
Oh, so now you want odds. So you don't believe your take.
I do believe my take. Why the hell would I? One team has a better win total. What are we doing here? We're getting.
But you said that. But you said one would win more games, so the win total doesn't matter. You're saying the win total is wrong.
Fuck, man. I just don't understand. Okay, I don't want to bet you. Sorry.
You could let Pat take
another
bold prediction.
Take one from you. How about I just fucking get on the computer and bet Pittsburgh under? We don't have to bet.
That makes it a lot easier.
Thank you.
Only Chicago had a better record on fumble recoveries last year, too. The Steelers recovered 9 of their 14 fumbles on offense and 10 of 16 fumbles on defense.
That's been a theme for the Steelers defense for a long time.
But now Tomlin's not there.
But now Tomlin's
he's not doing the tarot card.
TJ Watt's there, Alex Highsmith's there. But you think of the Steelers defense and all the guys that they're relying on that were elite at some point, they're all older now. Like Cameron Hayward's older, TJ Watt's older, Jalen Ramsey's there and he's older. Jamel Dean, who they brought in, is older. Like they're no spring chickens. So that's like another thing. I know you can't really predict injuries, but there's one thing in the history of the NFL that there's a correlation between age and injuries. Like the older you get, the more likely you are to get injured. So when you're relying on all these old contributors on defense, it could spiral and get out of control really quickly. So I just don't. I see the Steelers as like every year the same thing, a very average team. I don't see a high ceiling at all. Like what has to happen for the Steelers to get double-digit wins? Like Aaron Rodgers needs to be Aaron Rodgers of old, and that's not
hot tub time machine. He's older
it's not
now.
happening. So that's where I'm at with the Steelers. 7-win team, I'd say.
Do you think?
There you go, Rob.
We're feeling
it again.
Do you think it's a directive from the top to never bottom out, or is it just the way that they've been constructed that they have this like average to slightly above average to slightly below average talent? You can be within that 7 to 11 window every single year. And now it seems it's like 6 to 10 is probably the range of outcomes. It's getting lower, but they would be a lot better off just winning 3 games one year.
It could be, but you also have to remember like the amount of money at stake, like just making the playoffs is worth something in the NFL.
To the Hines family, they're not selling enough ketchup these days?
Well, I mean,
do they own the team? I have no idea.
Listen, I'll tell you this, Pat. Like, if it were me, obviously, I think that to be where the Steelers are, where they're an average team every year, is the worst spot you can be in pro sports. In any league, you just don't want to be in the position where you can't win a championship, but you're not bad enough to draft like in the lottery, high picks, right? And that's where the Steelers are every single year. So I don't know if that is intentional or not, but in years past, they've just been so reliant on the defense generating turnovers through these sacks. TJ Watt's been very good at it over the course of his career. His fumble to sack ratio is like so much higher than other defensive ends, and it's worked for them. But I don't know. It's very middling team.
So maybe this would have. So it's not. For whatever reason, I guess Heinz Field. I always thought that Heinz owned the Steelers, but it's Art Rooney Jr. owns the Steelers. Mm-hmm. So it's a family business. So that's a lot like Cincinnati in a lot of ways, where this is their business. It's not like, let's go lose $100 million here and we'll make up for it somewhere else.
Of all markets, and like Cam would probably echo this, like Pittsburgh is a tough sell to your fan base of we're tanking the season.
Yes. And another thing, Rob, is some of these things, and this is when I want to talk about tanking.
That's why.
If I was a player, I'm going to go there and fucking work my ass off.
Yeah, but no one is saying like, I think that's a misconception about tanking, is that they're not asking players to not play hard and as hard as they can. Yes. They just put shittier players on the field.
The Miami Dolphins have $160 million in dead cap. Like they are literally spending more for players not to play for them than they are on their actual team.
Yes.
That is tanking at its definition, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. The Steelers aren't like most other teams don't do that.
No.
They assemble a roster and like, you know.
Yeah, but most of the teams in this spot eventually be like, hey, look, our average age is like 38 years old. Maybe we get young. Yeah. Like almost what Cleveland is doing right now. Like, hey, listen, we're not going to be good. We're going to try to build up, find some gems, and then build around that. The Jets are doing the same thing right now. The Raiders are trying to do the same thing right now. The Steelers are going the exact opposite. They're building like they're contending for a Super Bowl, and they're not.
They also, do have a lot of guys where, let's say the season goes off the rails in the early going, they have a lot of guys they could ship at the deadline.
For sure. But will they? They never do.
I don't know. We'll see. It's been 2 decades of consistently making the playoffs and like or being a 500 or better team. It's hard to envision anything else. But I don't know. I don't know
see
why
this
I do
team
this
being
to myself.
shittier. Like you said it, Rob. Like McCarthy upgrade from Tomlin. What? Because the guy's from Pittsburgh. Like there's a lot of things that with this organization. And you talked about the turnover ratios. What did Blessing used to say, Rob? God bless his soul. Water finds its level.
Yep.
Yes, and it will. These ratios and these ratios are eventually not going to be the same, and they're not going to recover these turnovers, and they're going to lose some games. This division is tough. You got to deal with the Ravens. You got to deal with the Cincinnati, and I think Cleveland's going to be better than I think what you two think. So I think the Steelers are in big trouble this year.
I actually think this division is a lot worse than it's been in the past.
No, I'm just saying
5-10 years.
They're kind of like Baltimore. They're a great team. Cincinnati could be great, but they can fall apart. Rob, we've agreed though. We like the Bengals over, leaning Ravens under, Steelers under. I think if we made 3 bets right now, that's what we're taking. Correct?
Yeah, I think so. And like you also have to like consider the direction of the franchise. To your point, Pat. Like to me, I would like to bet some Steelers alternate unders this year.
Yes,
because if you get to midseason and you're out of it, like the Steelers are probably going to see what they have in Drew Aller. I mean, they took him with a 3rd round pick.
They might.
Like, who's the other quarterback? Will Howard I don't know who's going to actually be their 3rd quarterback on the roster, but like, you got to figure at some point they have to find the successor here.
Yes.
And they have a 24-year-old and a 22-year-old on the roster. I think
I'm not sure Drew Aller's ready for business, to be honest with you.
Neither am I. Like I think he has.
I think Howard's
the arm
actually
strength. Aller has a good arm. I went to see.
I watch
State.
every college football game at Penn State, though. Rob, he makes he's just one of those guys. He had great parts around him too, and he still made a lot of mistakes. As for Howard, he played at Syracuse, and you know he used to get pummeled and stuff, and still made plays. In my opinion, I think Howard has more. Aller is the more people will say is better. I disagree. I think Howard is a better fit.
Well, the difference is that I don't remember where Howard was drafted, but it was towards the end
late.
of the draft. It was like 7th or 6th round.
I think it's 6th round.
Whereas Aller, I think, was 3rd round.
Yeah,
maybe
you're right.
3rd. So either way, that's going to play into like the year. When you think of the range of outcomes for any team, and the Steelers in particular, who are starting a 42-year-old quarterback with their backup being Mason Rudolph, who's never going to be a consistent starter in the league.
How old is Mason Rudolph now?
He's got to be like 28, maybe.
I mean, like 30. He's 31.
Really? He's
31.
got low 30s?
Yeah,
No.
31.
Yeah, he's in his 30s. He has to be.
2 years older than Lamar Jackson.
Like,
wow.
So that's my point on the Steelers is that if it gets out of hand quickly, they're not going to fire McCarthy for this year. Like he's not going to be a one and done. But they'll look at their young quarterback, whoever they keep on the roster, and play him down the stretch. I mean, what's the worst? Aaron Rodgers is going to pout in the media and be like, "Oh, like how dare you do?" They're going to be like, "Fuck off!" Like
he doesn't do that now. He made up with his
nailed it.
You know, he's going to go take a fucking retreat to some cave for 3 weeks and not talk to the guys. Who cares? Who cares? So that's to me like I want to bet alternate unders on the Steelers this year.
Good call, Rob. Howard 6th round and Aller 3rd round. We knocked it. Yeah, we hit it.
And we saw this happen in Cleveland last year, where they started Gabriel over Sanders the first time it came around, and they were like, "Yeah, let's move on from that."
Right. So, yeah, I've been wrong many times in my life before. I just don't see the upside case for the Steelers is not rooted in reality, in my opinion, because the upside case is Aaron Rodgers got to turn back the clock a decade and be the quarterback and I don't think that's
maybe on these trips to Central America, he has found the fountain of youth. He's a modern day Ponce de Leon.
You know, listen, maybe
he's lucky. He's lucky he hasn't been knifed, pickpocketed, Got to be real careful in those places, eh? Like real careful. Keep your head on swell. He's probably got bodyguards and shit. And I don't know what happens in a cave, but you better pick the right one. There might be some South American hobos down there, and they're ready to fucking put a spear in your neck.
Could be some bears. Maybe get some bats in those.
No,
Ravens.
dangerous snake.
Snakes?
Interesting insects.
Yep.
Very, very dangerous.
Scorpions.
Anyway, be careful. Oh fuck, man. Be careful in South America, man. They got a lot of things that could kill you.
It's Central America.
Well, Central America has some venomous snakes and stuff.
Sure. Hey, he's talking about unsafe places. You can go to Uruguay, one of the safest places on earth.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I don't know.
Also, the number one freedom of press.
I don't know enough about Uruguay to dispute that.
A lot of my friends, for whatever reason, moved to Montevideo. They were like, "This place is fucking fantastic. This is the best."
I was in Montevideo for only 2 days, so I can't speak enough about Uruguay to call it safe.
Were you walking around?
Yeah, I felt great.
Yeah, there you go.
But
if I lived anywhere, it would be Chile.
Chile.
Yeah.
Which region? The very north in the Andes or the very south?
I'd have to be in the mountains because I burned. I'd have to go somewhere where it would actually get cool at higher depths or altitudes.
You can go into a cave.
I could hang out with Aaron Rodgers. That's not happening. But anyway, I know a guy in the mineral business, gold, and he lives in Chile. And I met his wife at the bar, and he's a fantastic man. And I learned a lot about Chile, and it looks absolutely fantastic.
Good wine.
Yeah,
I like Chile.
Dude, I did. And they got everything that's good there. Good food, good wine, good people. Chile.
Traveling to different places is great. Like South America's got some banger spots. I was in Colombia this past year. I fucking loved it there. I would go.
Colombia's awesome.
Yeah, like Chile, Peru. Peru's got like Lima, beautiful city.
The guy was also in Peru. He said Peru's on. Yeah, great call, Rob. You're on fire. Peru's awesome.
Yeah.
Chile's awesome. I'm telling you, Pat, South America in my future. I know my lady doesn't want to move there, but I kind of want to go there. I'm telling you.
You've pivoted in quite a bit in the last couple minutes, though,
from
going from a very unsafe watch yourself
live there.
to I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. I'm just saying there's a lot of beauty there, a lot of beautiful scenery.
Well,
dangerous things, but beautiful scenery.
We wanted to do. I wanted to do like sort of the loop of Chile, Argentina, and Uruguay as our big trip for this year. And obviously we had the baby, and that wasn't going to happen. Well, so it sucked up the money, sucked up the time. It's going to be years before I can do this now. And I'm not bringing the 3 kids. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, Pat, I got some good news though. Don't mean to interrupt. I look after my buddy's autistic kid. He made me godfather of his child.
Congratulations, Cam.
It made me cry actually because I really like him. I gave him some Lego for his birthday and Minecraft. He's really into Minecraft, and I know a lot of people like Fortnite and stuff. And Uncle Cam, yeah. So I'm godfather of the child of my friend's child. So
that's amazing.
He announced it as birthday. Yeah, I felt great because I don't have any kids, so it's really nice to I'm kind of envious, Pat. I wish I had children, but maybe I can adopt when I'm older. I was thinking about that.
My stepsister made me the godfather of her child when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
And he got married 2 weekends ago because he's 30.
There you go.
Wow.
Real make you feel old moment.
I'm a godfather of my nephew and a friend's child as well. It's great. I'm in the Cam boat, right? Like, listen, to each their own. Pat, you have a lovely family. There's people who want kids. There's people who wanted kids that didn't have them. Me and my wife never planned to have kids. It was just weird. That's not it. But it's nice. It's nice to have them in your life and to spend a day with them, treat them well, and then pass them off to their parents and be like, okay, they're back yours again.
That's right, Rob. That's the thing. Yeah, like I couldn't have kids with my girlfriend or whatever. It's just the way it is. But it's not. Yeah, you're right. Like I went to a birthday party, like a kid's birthday party. I had a blast. Like, you know what I mean? They went go-karting. Barbecue. It was just awesome. I wish I did more things like that. It was beautiful.
Well, we released our first football show with Cust and Jeff of the year. And we had some interesting arguments, as we tend to, Cam, about what is old-coded food and what is young-coded food. That cheesecake, a children's or adult cake?
Cheesecake's
Both.
adult.
Exactly.
Adult.
Yeah,
cheesecake is adult, but kids can eat it though.
Kids can eat it, but you're not going to a 6-year-old's birthday party like, here's a slab of cheesecake.
No, a 6-year-old birthday party's ice cream cake.
Yeah.
You get like
you go to
Baskin Robbins, Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yes,
cheesecake is more like anyone can eat cheesecake, obviously, to Cam's point.
That's what I'm saying, coded. Like anyone can eat it, but normally you wouldn't. Like cheesecake is
it's
on
an adult.
Yeah. Right. Like I'm thinking of children's desserts, ice cream cake, brownies. I would consider like a
cookie.
Yeah, a cookie, like skillet cookie. I'll eat that as an adult. Don't get me wrong. I fucking love a good skillet cookie, but I consider that more of a child's dessert.
What's your topping on cheesecake?
I like the blueberry drizzle.
I'm a raspberry guy, but blueberries in the 2-hole for silver.
I can do raspberries.
Raspberries are my favorite.
I thought
My
gerbils
favorite
went in the
berry of all
2-hole.
Yeah, gerbils. I like gerbils. Gerbils.
Cam.
When I eat my cheesecake.
My dad's best friend.
This guy's too good, Pat. I'm glad you hired him. Well played, Jared. Well played. Don't worry. I'll see you at the funeral home. I'll be waiting.
Cam, I'm going to get you a
As you
sick
dump your
cheesecake
garbage.
this winter. I promise you I'll do that. My dad's best friend owns like a cakes company, a white chocolate raspberry cheesecake.
Oh,
It is
mercy.
absolutely, it slaps very hard. Not
Hey,
a
Rob.
gerbil cake for you, Cam.
This not a gerbil cake. No. So this Italian guy we know, he comes over and plays chess with my buddy and stuff, and he's in Florida now. But the best is, Rob, he showed us his dad's charcuterie meats. Like, I'm talking big ones on the strings, and he's promising me a pack. I can't wait for this guy to come back. I'm gonna go nuts. Love cured meats.
Well, that will do it.
My go-to.
On
Sorry?
the Pat
that'll do
Mayo
it. Okay.
Experience. Cam Stewart, thanks for being here. We'll conclude. We got
Thank
3
you.
more division previews to go. Rob Pizzola, you're going to be seeing him on the channel quite a bit here as we're going over a how to bet on football, a why to bet on football, places to look to research football, maybe how to integrate AI into your football betting, all the questions that you need to prep yourself for the NFL season. You can find that and tell them what you got going on over at Forward Progress and the Hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. So we did a 32 teams in 32 days at Forward Progress. It's a nice playlist set up for anyone who just wants to get like a 10-minute snippet on every team.
Is it more focused than this show?
Yes. I'm
sorry,
listen,
guys, but don't we like to have fun?
We do.
Don't we
No,
have
this
fun?
is why
Guys-
Hey, listen, when you go look at the view count, Cam, that's why this one's going to be higher.
Yes.
Fucking right. I'll tell you another thing. Everybody's got a sports show. Everybody's got a gambling show. I'm watching it. Know what I say? Integrate life jokes and shitty jokes, whatever, with your sports show. It should be a fucking entertainment vessel. That's what it is. It's like I'm watching shows going, what are these guys talking about?
No,
Who
no.
cares?
I disagree. I think that there is a place for all this different type of content because the consumers are going to be different. I know what I like, and I like to listen to this sort of show where I get a little bit of information. It's a good hang, something to kill 90 minutes when I'm driving, working out, doing whatever. But the worst type of show, and maybe people accuse this show of being that, is when you get people who think that they're funny, trying to be funny, and it is unwatchable.
I'm with you. Listen.
I'm not. I could be a jack. The thing is, people think I just talk
You're just being you.
weird shit.
That's it.
It's just this is my life. Like, these things really happen in my life. I have fuckers who play chess. I have guys who come around. My buddy, this Good Witch. Like, things are happening. Like, I'm like, my life is like, I'm just looking at this going, is this normal? Like, do people have these type of things going on? The problem is I'm dealing with too many people pot calling the kettle, too many alcoholics, too much alcohol, too many things going on. Like, no more parties in the backyard. My neighbors want to fucking slit my throat. I got people there every day. Party's over. Now that I got carpet and laminate, beat it.
32 teams in 32 days.
Yeah, listen,
Amazing.
we do preseason content every single year. One of the piece of feedback we got was like, don't have time to listen to an hour preview on every team, which we've done in the past. So we just condensed it a little bit. So yeah, if you just got some time, you can check that out. But gearing up to football season, leading up to football season, there'll be more content dropping. And then of course, I mean, we're like a month away now.
Yeah.
From like just over a month from NFL season starting. So yeah, Forward Progress on YouTube. If you want to subscribe, that'd be appreciated.
Do it. Subscribe to the Mayo Media Network as well. I got a free newsletter that's down in the description. We're going to start pumping out some football content on there soon. Put the golf to the side, put the football into focus, but we're still covering golf throughout the end of golf season as well as we ramp up content for the NFL. We're still at twice a week, about to be 3 times a week. Then all of a sudden, you're going to have it 7 days a week right here. Subscribe to the Pat Mayo Experience audio podcast as well. Apple and Spotify will get you the video version along with the audio version as well. So please go rate and review over there along with subscribing. I'm Pat Mayo. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Mayo Experience! Experience!